What's up, Nick Vargas here with somewhat breaking Apple news. iOS 6 just came out. Now if you don't know what that is, that's the mobile operating system for all of Apple's iOS devices. This will be on iPhone 3GS through iPhone 5, its 4th and 5th generation iPod touches, and for iPad, perhaps a little bafflingly, only the 2nd and 3rd generation. Apple allegedly added over 200 new features to iOS 6, and the big one's probably Apple Maps. Apple has ditched Google Maps in favor of their own map system and added turn-by-turn navigation. And then there's Passbook, which is a place for gift cards and airline tickets. Sort of imagine a digital wallet on your iPhone. Apple has also updated FaceTime, which is sort of their version of Skype, which now supports calls over 3G, so you don't have to be connected to a Wi-Fi network to see your loved ones. For another expert's opinion on iOS 6, I am joined here by mobile editor Justin Davis. So Justin, Apple's new map system, ditching Google, all a good thing, right?
Nope. So there are a lot of really good things about Apple Maps. The apps are very, very attractive. The lines on them are very clean. The font work is great. When you put it side by side with Google Maps, they look really great. They look very attractive. But the problem is that Google Maps has this database of millions and millions of businesses and locations. So they know where all these restaurants are, they know where other businesses are, and Apple's data isn't quite as fleshed out yet, so it won't be quite as easy to actually find places that you want to go. Apple's data is also missing some other key things that you can do in Google Maps, like public transportation data. I just used Google Maps last night to take a train line somewhere that I hadn't been in San Francisco before, and it told me what train to take, and that's also missing from Apple Maps. But they are going to add some of that stuff down the line, but right now, some users might be upset about what's missing.
Okay, so what's not missing? What's better on iOS 6?
Sure, so one thing that's definitely better about iOS 6 is Siri. So Siri is on the iPad now, that's one addition, but Siri for everybody got improvements across the board. So Siri can now understand questions about restaurants, movies, and sports. So if you say, Siri, what's the score of the Yankees game? She'll bring up the box scores of that game for you. Or you can also say, find me an Italian restaurant nearby, and it can pull up that data, and you can even make a reservation. So, some of that contextual search queries that people are doing with Siri right now are just getting better and better.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that you're looking forward to in iOS 6?
Yeah, there's a bunch of sort of minor, small improvements. Mail was improved, and you can do FaceTime over 3G now, although not on AT&T. They're still behind.
Of course. AT&T doesn't let you do it yet, but they just had a formal complaint, so it's possible that they will soon enough.
Sure, and there's just dozens and dozens, and I don't remember the total. I think they said several hundred sort of minor improvements across iOS 6, but those are really some of the big ones.
So for more information on iOS 6, head to IGN.
Or you can always, if you see us on the street, just stop us. We'll give you all the answers.
Keep it locked. IGN.